How do you, as a financial advisor, have more conversations with more doctor prospects? Many financial advisors think the answer is simple. Reach out to more doctors, pound on more doors, pound more frequently, pound louder and harder. But you know what happens with that approach? Doctors have gatekeepers that rival an NFL offensive line, and doctors themselves decide what gets their attention and what gets overlooked. Trying to force your way past the gatekeeper usually results in the very doors you're hoping to open to close even more tightly. So, if pounding harder doesn't open the door, what does? If you've seen Christopher Nolan's epic movie, The Odyssey, you saw that for 10 years, the Greek army tried to conquer Troy. 10 years of siege, 10 years of force, 10 years of trying to break through the walls that would not move. I imagine somebody in the Greek army saying, hey, we just need more soldiers. We need a bigger battering ram. We just need to push harder. But more of the same produced more of the same. The results of the Greek army changed when Odysseus changed the questions he asked. Instead of asking, how can I break through the gates? He asked, what will the Trojans willingly bring inside through their gates? So, if you would like to have more conversations with more doctors, that is the very same context shift you need to make too. So, stop asking how to pound harder. Start asking what doctors will willingly invite in. Well, if we haven't met, I'm Dr. Vicki Rachner. I'm a surgeon by training who has spent the past 15 years helping financial advisors work with more doctor clients. Now look, I don't normally recommend this kind of marketing homework, but I seriously invite you to go and see The Odyssey. Christopher Nolan's movie opens with the Trojan horse sitting on the beach. You see, Odysseus had figured out, let's try a different way to get inside of Troy's gates. Let's give them a gift, something that they will want to bring in the walls. What could that be? And his answer was the Trojan horse. Now, let me be clear. The horse was a trick, and the story ended with the city in flames. You cannot build a doctor practice on deception, and I'm not suggesting that you try. But strip away the deception, and one powerful leadership lesson remains. The gates open from the inside. Odysseus did not get a different result because he worked harder. He got a different result because he changed the question. When advisors ask, how am I going to have more conversations with more doctors? They tend to make two predictable mistakes. These mistakes are not evidence that they're bad advisors. In fact, many make them because they're following the conventional prospecting advice offered by perfectly reputable coaches and marketing experts. The problem is that advice built for business owners does not always translate into the medical world. The first mistake advisors make when working with doctors is treating doctor prospecting as a numbers game. Send more emails, connect with more strangers, make more calls, increase the ad budget. Surely, if enough doctors see the message, some of them will respond. I call this the battering ram bias, the belief that more force and more volume will eventually break through. Now, numbers do matter. Doctors cannot respond to a message they never receive. But more volume cannot rescue a message doctors don't want. It simply exposes more doctors to the wrong message. That's like sending more soldiers to push on a gate that's already proven it's going to hold. Eventually, advisors involved with the battering ram bias say, this isn't working. See, it's impossible to reach doctors. No, doctors are not impossible to reach. They may simply be unwilling to open the gate for what financial advisors are offering. This brings us to the second mistake, the gift mirage. The gift mirage appears when something that looks like a gift from the advisor's side of the door is seen differently than from the doctor's side of the door. Take your complimentary consultation. I'm certain that you deliver enormous value. You may honestly believe that an hour of your expertise is a generous gift. But whose definition of a gift are you using? You might think, well, I would want this, or doctors should want this. But the doctor may be thinking, this is a sales meeting. The advisor is going to try to push something on me. Now, this does not mean your consultation lacks value. It means that the doctor may not recognize its value before trust exists. The gift mirage asks us to confront an uncomfortable but essential question. Is this my idea of a gift or the doctor's idea of a gift? So now this is where the Trojan horse becomes useful, not as a trick, but as a model for changing the question. Your ethical Trojan horse is something doctors genuinely want to bring into their world. It might be a book. It might be an educational event. It might be a resource that solves a problem doctors already know they have. It might be a message that makes a physician stop and think, this person really understands people like me. The point is not to disguise a sales pitch as a gift. The point is to offer real value before asking for access. This requires you to leave your side of the door for a minute and stand on the doctor's side. What's competing for this doctor's attention? What does this doctor care about? What feels risky about talking with a financial advisor? What would be useful even if the doctor never became your client? Those questions lead to very different strategies than how many more emails should I send? So let me give you a concrete example. I wrote The 9 Money Mistakes Doctors Make as a gift for physicians. Physicians love this book. It's written by a surgeon who speaks directly to the medical world and helps doctors recognize financial challenges without shaming them. An advisor can simply say, would you be interested in reading a book written by a surgeon about the 9 money mistakes that doctors make? In other words, this proven gift could be your Trojan horse. There's no demand for an appointment, no disguised consultation, no pressure for the doctor to open up their financial books to a stranger. One advisor offered the book to 23 doctors and secured 18 in-person meetings. The book did not batter down the gate. The doctors invited it in, and then many invited the advisor in too. I have one financial advisor who had a relationship with the doctor, and when she tried to bring up this idea of wealth management, apparently this doctor was really gruff with her. But then the advisor sent her a copy of this book. And wouldn't you know it, this very same doctor called this financial advisor and asked, do you have time to see me? So that book is one proven Trojan horse. It doesn't have to be yours, but you do need to find yours. Leadership often begins when someone has the courage to question the question everyone else is answering. The conventional question is, how can I reach more doctors? The better question is, what will doctors willingly invite into their lives? So before you add more names to your list, send out another campaign, or increase your ad budget, pause. Ask yourself, am I caught in the battering ram bias? Am I offering a gift mirage? What's the doctor's idea of the gift? What is my ethical Trojan horse? You do not have to pound harder. You need to give the right people the right reason to open the door. Now, if you'd like some help finding your Trojan horse and translating your value into something doctors will welcome, I invite you to learn more about the AI-powered Get More Doctor Clients program. It's my signature offering. You'll find details in the show notes. And if this episode made you think of another financial advisor who keeps pounding on doctors' doors, please share it with them. I'm Dr. Vicki Rackner. Thanks for listening. If you like this video, there's more about how to work with more doctor clients. Click here to see the next video.